All right, thanks, and welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that video. Another great piece we've pre-produced for everybody that you can still see on Facebook and our websites after the fact. So I feel like this is a day to be surrounded by aviation royalty here. And our next guest, Sean D. Tucker, is a name probably that everyone knows. I mean, his list of accolades, and I'm going to embarrass you for a minute, so be patient.
Deep breath. Let's go.
Yeah, just enjoy the moment. You know, world champion. How often do you get to meet someone that's a world-class athlete, world champion, living legend of aviation, honorary Blue Angel, honorary Thunderbird? If there's an accolade out there, if there's a Hall of Fame out there, his name is in it, associated with it, or somehow connected with it. It's just amazing. And so I'm happy to be sort of a rose between two Seans here. But you had a pretty interesting press release you want to tell us about, something you're doing with the Bob Hoover Academy.
Oh my goodness. You know, number one, this is the only place I want to be today, this morning, all through the week, is being here at EAA. It fills you up.
Yeah.
It fills you up with, I call it the Holy Spirit, because the people who come here, the aviators that come here, the people that want to be aviators, it's every single person here represents what's best to be an American. I mean, I love it. And yeah, we had a huge announcement yesterday. I mean, a huge announcement. It's been, I think, 12 to 14 years I started the Bob Hoover Academy.
That long. Cool.
And this is an outreach to my community. It's an agriculture community about 12 miles from the ocean in the Central California coast. The city's called Salinas, California. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, we had the highest, equal to Chicago, per capita kid-on-kid murders in the United States of America, okay? Gangs of prevalence, actually the Norteños and the Serenos started in Soledad Prison, which is right in the middle of our valley. We got Soledad in the middle, we got Salinas, we got Pebble Beach, we got all this beautiful thing, and we got this ag community. We're 72% Hispanics. And the Hispanic culture just didn't realize what's possible in aviation. And Bob was a dear friend of mine. I've been given so many gifts by my friends at EAA throughout my career. Everything I've ever accomplished is because of the mentorship I've had with the EAA, okay? With my heroes, you know, with Paul, Pope Resney, Leo Loudenslager, Charlie Hilder. I said, I got to pay back to my community. So we started the Bob Hoover Academy. Bob was a little reticent because he didn't think he was worthy of this agenda. Mm-hmm. And I explained to him why, and he went with it. And fortunately, and I'm so glad we can honor him with this, because we are thriving. We're taking at-risk, underserved kids, and we're fixing them. We're fixing them through treating them like you would treat your child, mm-hmm. or your daughter, holding them accountable. But we're opening a door of aviation to them, and we're taking baby steps to help them build their self-esteem and give them hope. Give them seeing that there's a future in their lives, and using flight as a metaphor. We have 4 airplanes, 3 flight instructors. It's in partnership with Monterey County Office of Education. They fund the academic portion, which incidentally, we're using the AOPA program right now. Nice. Oh, it's fabulous. We did it at summer school. These kids are so engaged, it's hands-on, and it's all the STEM. And so about yesterday, we made the announcement that we're gonna start career technical education. 3 wonderful human beings, Tom Siebel, Craig McCall, and David Lucian, have committed to 3 carbon cubs they're donating to us that we're gonna build. We're going to build the kit EX2. That's $160,000 for the kit, and if you build it right and get the right builder, we can sell it for $300 grand. We get to keep the money to keep this generating.
Great.
And the kids, this is just a once in a lifetime opportunity for a nonprofit. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity for the Bob Hoover Academy, and I'm just so excited about this, because now we have our academics in place. Now we're going to have our vocational career technical education, and what I can do now is not just broken kids now. I can take kids who want a future and start them in the 9th grade. I'll get them a pilot's license. I'll get them a driver's license. I'll get them a bank account. I'll give them all those tools, and now they'll have a skill and they're just about be ready to get their A&Ps when they get out. And we're partnering with Reedley College, that is very well respected, and they have and they're going to mentor us on how to do this correctly, so we don't have to reinvent the wheel. I'm so excited, Randy.
No,
I mean, it's great.
I can obviously
Feel
the
the passion.
emotion is just on your face and in your eyes. Maybe tell us, is there like a kid that comes to mind, a story that you can share that kind of exemplifies what you're doing? I'd love to hear about, a story about one of these kids that you've been working with.
Okay, let me tell you about Martin Mendez.
Let's
right
go.
now, he's 25. He just got his AI. A year ago, he got a CFI. He was an A&P. He works at FedEx, and he hated us. He was living in a garage, nothing. Hated school, hated us, and in the 12th grade, the light bulb came on. Went to Gavilan College, got his A&P. We almost had him to solo, and he went to the dark side for about 2 months. So he didn't get to solo. When he graduated, he comes back and says, I screwed up. I says, yeah, you did. We'll hold him accountable like you got to hold your child accountable. And he says, but I want to fly. I really screwed up. I know I screwed up. I said, okay, Martin, you can work for me for a year, and I'll fund, because the Hoover Academy is about 9th through 12th grade. He graduated, right, which is great, from high school. And so he worked in my hangar for a year on the weekends to earn enough money to solo. Then he paid for his own private, paid for his own instrument, paid for his own commercial, and then we co-funded his instructors, and he's back teaching the kids. He's 25 years old, and he just bought his first house for his mom. Okay, he's out. He is fast tracking it. What's so great about this alumni, when you fix a broken kid, they've never had anything before in their life, they don't turn around. They are steadfast, and it's amazing what the power of flight can do.
And then that ambassadorship that then they will bring and preach out.
And he comes back to volunteer. It's just great.
It's even more than that. You're not just getting people excited about a career in aviation, learning to fly. You're providing life schools that changes the trajectory of their life and the legacy for their families years to come.
If you're not striving to be a better pilot, you're not striving to be a better human being. I mean, flight does so much. It's in terms of searching for excellence in execution in everything you do, and because you're betting your life on yourself. And so when you go home, you can't be a bad guy. You just can't be. There's so many metaphors at flight. It's just so powerful. In Flying Magazine, I was saying the other night to you guys, I'm 12. My first magazine was Flying Magazine, Aviation Magazine. I just dreamt. And then it told me what's possible, and the stories I learned from flying from then. I go, wow, is this really possible? And it's just amazing what this power is. And it's amazing the human beings that are involved in flying, who fly for a living, who work on airplanes for a living. They're all so passionate, they're all so reverent, and I feel honored to be a part of this community. I feel so honored to be still. I love going to work every day. I'm not flying as a solo performer anymore, but I'm teaching, and that's just as much fun. I go to the airport every day, flying with these clients, and they just are so eager to learn, and I want to teach them safely, but I want to teach them everything that Bob Hoover taught me, and Charlie Hillard, our first world champion, taught me, and Leo Loudenslager, our second world champion, and the French connections in terms of life lessons and how to take those into the cockpit, to be reverent every time you go flying.
So in the time we have left, I'm really curious about how someone living in a garage who probably doesn't have an aviator in the family, probably not hanging out at the airport, how do they find out about the Bob Hoover Academy?
Well, excuse me, remember it was for at-risk kids, so we got our original kids from the probation department, the judge, and they was either going to go to our high school or go to jail.
So that's why they hate you. It's not their choice, right? They're thrust upon you.
They're just, gosh, even it's a tough life, and there's no pixie dust. This is really heavy lifting, but we're getting some great pixie dust now, especially with building a new airplane. But it takes heavy lifting work with these children, but all they are is children. When they come in, they come in at 9 o'clock in the morning as our assembly, and they're just beat. and then they become safe. They become safe. They leave their bag of poop outside, whatever their drama is, and they pick up that same bag of poop when they leave, but they become empowered throughout the day.
Yeah.
And you got to just take baby steps. But now with this whole other agenda, with the outreach, with the entire community, we are rocking it.
All right. Tell us where your website is.
BobHooverAcademy.org. And please, anytime, come visit us. We'll come be a Bob Hoover Academy student for a day. I mean, it's really a lot of fun.
Bring your own bag of poop.
And leave it outside the door.
Leave it outside the door. Don't light it on fire.
That's right.
All right. Well, Sean,
Pleasure.
thanks an awful lot for everything you do.
Congratulations,
Thanks for
Sean, and
doing
thank
this.
you so much.
It was nice talking with you guys.
That's really wonderful. All right, thank you. So next, I believe we've got a Redbird segment, sort of an old, a personal eye laugh story almost from one of the Redbird employees. So Josh Harnagle, he's the VP of marketing at Redbird, and we're going to hear his story.